Moving on to Kentucky Ballistics. There is the remains of his armored car. I don't know what he's doing in the start. This is the 950 JDJ Fat Mac versus Zombie Torsos, the world's most powerful rifle. Right, he's going to do the Kurt Cobain sewer slide recreation. What? So, Scott, what madness have you wrought this time?
Little circles, big circles. Little circles, big circles. Oh, reverse circles.
What are you doing?
I'm warming up. What's it look like I'm doing? I'm shooting the 950 today, aren't I? Can't just go into something like that cold. Ugh, almost got him. Ugh, almost there. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Please don't.
What is that?
They're smelly salts. Haven't you seen all the big power lifters? They take a big old whiff of this before they lift something heavy. Like your mom.
It's gonna fall. Yep.
Okay. I guess I'm shooting the 950 today.
Brandon's going to make a video on the Kurt. Oh, I have not seen that. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's gonna be something then if he is. Oof.
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And ever since I posted the 950 JDJ 2 months ago, that is literally all you all can comment about. Scott, when are you going to shoot the 950 again? Scott, shoot the 950 again. Well, guess what? I don't want to shoot the 950 again. It kicks really hard. You're not the one shooting it. I am. You know I'm just joking. I am the king of recoil, and I eat recoil for breakfast. The real reason I have been waiting to shoot the 950 again.
This man went through a 50 BMG exploding into his shoulder and is still here. I don't think that there's recoil on this planet that can stop him.
Is for breakfast. The real reason I have been waiting to shoot the 950 again is this. These are what we've been shooting. These are 2,500 grain 950 JDJ brass solids. This right here, though, is what I've been waiting on. This is a 2,600 grain lead hollow point. Needless to say, today we are going to be delivering a lot of energy to some very unfortunate zombie torsos. If you do not know about the 950 JDJ, let me give you a little rundown. So there are only 3 950 JDJ Fat Mac rifles in the entire world. This is the largest sporting rifle ever made. It has a 31-inch barrel, including the muzzle brake, weighs 50 pounds, and is producing upwards of 300 pounds of felt recoil. She be kicking! This is a single-shot bolt-action rifle that fires a bullet that measures 0.950 inches in diameter, weighs 2,500 grains, and is going to be traveling at 2,400 feet per second. That means this is going to be producing upwards of 25,000 foot-pounds of energy. This thing makes a 50 BMG look like a 22 plinking rifle. So I have 2 things to say about the first video we filmed with the 950 JDJ Fat Mac. One, I said 950 JDJ way too many times, and I'm going to try really hard this video to cut it at least in half. And the second thing is I shot a lot of targets in that video, but one target I did not shoot and I really wanted to shoot was a steel target. And the reason why is we only had these brass solid rounds. These are meant to penetrate and not deform, and shooting one of these at that is a perfect recipe for a ricochet, a really big ricochet. But now we have the opportunity to actually smack a piece of steel with the 950 JDJ because we have some 2600 grain lead hollow points. So before we get to blasting zombie torsos, let's blast this piece of steel.
Ricochets are bad. I have seen some really nasty ones. I do wonder if the solid shots could actually go through the steel targets, though. Because once you get to a certain point, they kind of act like armor-piercing rounds. Honestly, I almost wonder if the hollow point will still go through it. Because that is an enormous amount of force going downrange. That's a big mess. I mean, he's firing a cannon. It's a shoulder-fired cannon. Oh, hi, Rippy. You missed one spicy video. Higher than that, the plate just... True. It is entirely possible that it can just take the plate with it.
Before I dislocate my shoulder for your entertainment, I have something very cool to tell you about. This Saturday, I am going to be doing a meet and greet at the 511 store in Nashville, Tennessee. Right now, 511 is giving you 20% off when you use code 511KYB online or in any of their retail stores. This is valid June 12th through June 30th. Now, you can do your shopping online or in another retail store, or this Saturday, June 15th, you can swing by the 511 store in Nashville, Tennessee between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. Meet me and pick up some last-minute Father's Day gifts. Just be sure to use code 511KYB to get 20% off. That is in any retail store or online up until June 30th or this Saturday when you come to meet me. Now, let's go damage my shoulder with the world's largest sporting rifle.
We're a little late to that. What line makes it a cannon? I believe 70 caliber and up. Let me quickly double check that. Let's see. I know that 20 millimeters are cannons, not rifles. I know that 1 inch is a cannon. I know that wall guns, which are like 75 caliber and up, but were built like a rifle, like what he has, were considered, cannons. Cannon rounds start at 15 millimeters. So that is 59 caliber. Anything 59 caliber and up is a cannon. That actually starts way sooner than I thought it did. Like I said, I thought it was 70 caliber and up. Big Ricochet badges. I have not seen Whistling Diesel's thing. I've heard of it, but I saw someone who was shooting at steel plates at like 200 yards, and the ricochet still came right by the person's head and actually destroyed the hearing protection he was wearing. And that was like 200 yards.
Okay, let's get this large firearm loaded up with a very large hollow point. Oh my gosh. I would not want to be that steel target right now. Woo! All right, it's time to ride the lightning. Oh,
that camera's not gonna
here we
live.
go.
Oh, he wasn't actually aiming at the camera.
Knock that thing over. Oh, holy cow!
That is bent and twisted. Okay, it did not go through.
I shot a steel target with the 4-bore and we snapped the 2x4 in half that was holding the steel target. Today, I was not using a target that utilized a 2x4. These are all steel and they are leaned forward. They are not meant to fall over. They are actually quite heavy and it's very hard to get one of these things to actually tip over. I've never seen it happen before. But when we hit this with the 950 JDJ Fat Mac with a 2,600 grain lead bullet, it was like this thing was hit by an NFL linebacker. Look at this splatter. This is nuts. This is such a big area of damage. And this thing hit the ground really hard. Like we tore up a lot of dirt. I was really hoping that we could find some of the bullet, but I don't think that's gonna happen. It looks like it all just disintegrated. But the one thing that did not disintegrate was the energy. I mean, that is some real big bore energy. First table throw at the new range.
Yes. To be fair, the steel did survive. You have a point. You heard me. I thought it might actually go through, in spite being hollow point, but I'll accept the loss there.
Oh, dang it! Okay, I'm more of a
I
point
just
blank
realized
guy
he now
anyway.
has 2 of them.
So if you're gonna use the world's largest sporting rifle and shoot some zombie torsos, I feel like you need more than one. So today, we don't have one, but 2 Ballistic Dummy Labs zombie torsos. That was a really good slap. If you've never seen these before, they have lifelike flesh, bones, organs, and have been zombified with green blood. I've shot these with just about everything, but one thing we have not shot them with is a 950. And now we are gonna blast both of these things. What I'm thinking is, first we use the brass solid and we see if we can make it through both of them. And then whichever one is fresher will get moved to the front and we're gonna hit it with the lead hollow point. And after seeing what it did to that steel target, I am very excited to see what our results are gonna be.
Ballistic Dummy Labs is a company. I have actually communicated with them. They just make those things for lots of people, and will even make some custom stuff. Yeah, goodbye to those zombies. The amount of energy this thing imparts, I'm not sure how much is going to be left after hitting them with the solid one. Because, I mean, that's an enormous amount of energy transfer. Even if it keeps on going, that's mostly just because those can only absorb so much energy as they just vaporize.
Okay, here we go. Oh!
Yeah, the full skeletons is the whole selling point. I told you. I told you. That's just gone.
doesn't look like there's much left of those zombie torsos. Also not much left of my shoulder. Okay, well, I may have needed more than 2 zombie torsos.
Yes.
Looks like zombie number 2 got it worse than zombie number 1. I've actually never seen it happen like this before. So we have a giant hole right here, and
I think I know why it went the, yeah. It takes a 950 JDJ Fat Mac to actually blow a person's lung out. That is the caliber it takes. Not 9mm, 950. Yeah, what you just said there is what I'm saying. It's tumbling. It's just going so fast and so perfectly in the first one that it doesn't even have the chance to impart the energy. The moment it starts tumbling, the little bit of slowdown, that's when it starts putting energy in instead of just liquefying and going through, basically.
I want to add that the 950 JDJ is sighted in quite well. It is dead on. That is exactly where I was aiming. And then we have a pretty big hole out the back. Now here, we literally knocked this thing in half. Never seen.
Thank you for the ice cream.
Before. I've seen some really big energy transfers.
Well, be 24th. Thank you for the ice cream.
Shots from something to do this. I've never seen one just get knocked in half right off the bat. So I'm guessing we hit somewhere in here, and oh my gosh. Yeah, there's just nothing left.
No.
That's insane. I'm not really, maybe it's that hole. That's a pretty big hole. Wow, that is quite the crater. Holy cow. That's really deep. Okay, now it's time to hit what's left of those zombie torsos.
The Rippy one, thank you for the lemon. Yeah, the zombie torsos are very, very in terms of the noises they make. Which, the point is realism, minus, they're filled with green instead of red. But,
Really deep. Okay, now it's time to hit what's left of those zombie torsos with the 2,600 grain 950 JDJ hollow point. I'm actually kind of sad because I thought the brass solid would zip through both and then we'd still have plenty of zombie for this shot, but it looks like we're only gonna have 1 zombie. And here soon, we're gonna have no zombies. Okay.
This is going to vaporize on impact.
Oh! Wow! I don't know who felt that more, Mr. Zombie or me. Sinuses are all kinds of cleared out right now.
Yeah, that hurts. That hurts just looking at it. Ugh. Yeah. That's a brutal one. New definition of chest.
Say that the 950 JDJ Fat Mac is the most destructive firearm I've had on the channel. I have never seen 2 torsos get this torn apart in just 2 shots. And that lead round is really doing a lot of damage. It completely destroyed this zombie torso and then continued on into the berm. I'm gonna try to flip this over. Oh dear, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's a lot of damage. a little unfortunate too, because these things...
We're going to need a lot of flex tape. Yeah, a fortified... It is a literal cannon. It is a literal cannon. Yeah, it's functionally a bolter round, just without the fancy rocket to make it less miserable to shoot. That is probably the best way to put it. I was gonna say something else. Crap, what was I gonna say? I forgot what I actually stopped to say.
It's a lot of damage. A little unfortunate too, because these things are not cheap, and neither is 950 JDJ ammunition. So if you would like to support the channel and see more awesome videos like this, be sure and check out my clothing. There's a link in the description down below. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. I really don't want to...
I remember what I was going to say. Notice how the sun has changed throughout this. He has been taking long breaks in between shots. He hasn't just lined up shot, fire, lined up shot, fire, lined up shot, fire. He has been taking long breaks in between shots. Also, for those of you who have never fired high recoil rounds or high concussive rounds, he is correct. Now, it doesn't need to be this big. But if you fire a fair range of full caliber rifle rounds, the shock and concussion will empty your sinuses. My nose is clearest on the days I fire my Mosin Nagant.
Below. And while you're this, be sure and check out my clothing. There's a link in the description down below. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. I really don't want to dig or put my hand here because of this guy. Look at that thing. I need to load up another round. It even has an egg sac. Ow! Ow! That is what is in my nightmares. Tarantulas and eggplants. Oh.
What?
Gosh. Okay. We got 2 zombie heads that are still good. So I say we set these things up and we take one more shot. What do you think? Please stop. Let's try the lightning one more time. Okay. Here we go.
Don't. Ow. Did he miss?
Oh. I think I may have just nicked them.
No, he didn't miss. Never mind. He almost missed, but no. I was very wrong. I was very wrong.
So I may have just nicked those zombie heads, but that still did a lot of damage. I believe this is contestant number 1. And number 2, well, number 2 is a lot worse off. So what I've learned today is the 950 JDJ Fat Mac is delivering a tremendous amount of energy to your target and also to your shoulder. Well, I think that's going to conclude today's video. I missed my target. I know after today's video, you are not going to be satisfied. You want to see more 950. Well, let me know what you want to see me blast with it next in the comment section down below. Oh, no! No!
Really?
Sometimes you just gotta go point blank. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure and give it a like and hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure and follow me on all social media platforms. There's links to those in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com, just in case you want to pick up a shirt. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics. And I'll see you next time.
I just looked up how much those bullets cost. He is spending $225 per shot. He is spending $225 every time he pulls the trigger on that monster. Holy crap. That's the literal heavy meme. He is spending more than the heavy meme. He is spending more than the heavy meme. That gun spends more money than Sasha per bullet. Oh my god. Oh, but that's the solid ones. The hollow points are more, aren't they? What are the hollow points? Hollow points are available for special order only, price to be given. Holy crap. So the hollow points, we don't know, just that they cost even more than $225 per bullet. True, he is doing this one shot at a time by comparison, but oh my gosh, that's... those cost more per bullet than a high point. You could buy a high point with cash left over every time you pull that trigger. You could buy 2 Altors. It costs $400,000 to fire this weapon for 1 day. How far are we on the lemons? Total is 118 lemons. Thank you very much. I do appreciate the support, guys. I really wish the counter worked correctly. That rifle is brutal in so many ways. Well, I called it a rifle. It is a cannon. We have established that it is literally a shoulder-fired cannon. Huh. Cannons aren't regulated in the States. I wonder what the rules are around that thing.